So, okay, so what are we going to cover in this whole presentation is difference between business intelligence, the analytics, the data marts, and the big data, and how is it good for decision making, and what is data mining in depth, and market basket and cluster analytics. Okay, so these are the four definitions of business analytics, BI, big data, and data mining. Business analytics is the tools to explore past data to gain insight into future business decisions. And business intelligence is the tools and techniques to turn data into meaningful information. Well, big data is they are the sets that are so large or complex that traditional data processing applicants are inadequate. And data mining is the tools for discovering patterns in large data sets. So these are all the four definitions, like how it's differentiated, because when I was new to this field, I'm doing my majors in data science. I didn't really knew the how is it differentiating, but this is the four main thing how we can differentiate this. Now, business needs support for decision making, and these are the few points, like uncertain economics, rapidly changing environments, global competition, demanding customers, and taking advantages of information acquired by companies is a critical success factor. So we can see like the markets are changing really quickly. There are like competition in the markets. It's uncertain economies due to all this pandemic and all. So we really need some business modeling. These are the characteristics of data for good decision making. These are accuracy, validity, reliability, timeliness, and relevance and completeness. So there are some of the few points below everything, below the characteristics of that. In accuracy, it's like the balance with use, cost, effort, timeliness, capture close to point of activity, make accuracy of compromise clear. Then we have validity, right? There is application of definition, consistency over time, consistency with others. And reliability, we have like this collection process is consistent for multiple collection points between the collection systems. In timeliness, we have to capture quickly every event available, everything, like we have this Amazon and everything where we can deliver it in 1 or 2 days, available frequently enough. Then we have relevance. It's periodic review of requirements, quality assurance, and feedback used carefully for other purpose. That's all the data they require for a feedback. And we have completeness with like missing data, invalid data, and incomplete data. So this is about the information gap, this shortfall between gathering information and using it for decision making. We have like firms which have incomplete data warehouse. Business analysts spend 2 days a week gathering and formatting data instead of performing analysis. So there are like many huge gaps between the data that they have gathered. So this is what they do. This is what the analysts do. What is data mining? So it's in subfield of computer science, and in that they have like this large data sets involving the methods at the intersection of artificial intelligence, machine learning, statistics, and database systems. This is what exactly it's given in the Wikipedia. And so yeah, we use AI and machine learning for data mining. Now there are statistical methods and artificial intelligence to analyze data, and there are hidden features of the data which we are not known as. So there are like, for example, we can find surveys on YouTube before starting a video. That's a kind of data. What is BI, business intelligence? That's the tools and techniques to turn data into meaningful information. So whatever we have gathered the data in data mining, then we analyze it, and then we use it for further data processing. And we have to process that. There are methods used by organization to turn data into knowledge, and the product is information that allows businesses to make the decisions. So what the people want by okay, so it's like, for example, they survey everything that what type of product the people want, and after processing that products that might be useful for the companies. So these are some of the applications. They are customer analytics, human capital productivity analysis, business productive analytics, sales channel, supply chain, and behavior. So what is business intelligence? It's collecting and refining information from many sources. It's like internal and external, analyzing and presenting the information in useful ways so that people can make this better decisions, and they help build and retain competitive advantage. This is a clipfolio. It's like a sample of marketing dashboard where they have like gathered everything. We can see the Twitter, Facebook followers, Google followers. I mean, sorry, Gmail followers, LinkedIn followers, and they have this revenues, customers, and this their team of total leads and their sales. So this is just the gathered data they have. Another is of Fitbit. This is all the data we have like we can have that in Apple Watch, right? We have how many steps taken, how many floors climbed, and how many miles we have traveled. So this is just for a person, and this clipfolio, it's for a whole company. We can gather that. So what's the initiatives? It's like there are some senior executives that said that this data analytics is going to be really competitive in future world, right? And 70 to 80% of PI projects fails because they don't have like they don't gather what they should actually do, and 60 to 70% fail because of the technology culture and lack of infrastructure. But this was in 2007. Right now we have a very good uh, technology where we can like technology like Hadoop we can use to analyze data. Okay, so this is a chart where how they this is like a whole process how they analyze and extract and process the data. It's like first they gather, I mean what happened, right? So they gather the raw data, they clean the data, then they have the standard reports, and they have like OLAP, online analytical processing. Then they they make predictive analytics, right? That why did this happen, whether it's a profit or a loss, that why did that happen. Then they do a predictive modeling that what will happen, and then there is optimization that what could happen the best. This is also a chart of timeline from 1990 to 2010, and how these tools have changed, like from OLAP to SS to grids and visualization and everything. How the tools change, how the things change, like from client and server to web services to mobile and now to cloud. Then we have data warehouse, where there are this ERP, marketing, HR, and sales. This is a top-down model. This all data goes to data warehouse, and then they make the different data marts where this data marts can be used in different analysis. So there are 5 tasks of data mining in business. That's classification, estimation, prediction, affinity grouping, and description. Then we have data mining techniques, out of which we are going to see the two right now: market basket analysis and cluster analytics. They also have the other two: decision trees and rule induction and neural networks. Okay, so in market basket analysis, they have this finding the patterns that they use, like let's say Walmart analytics, right? So it's just a joke that people who buy gin also buy tonic, and there's like it's not an obvious one that man who bought diapers would also purchase beer, right? So it's okay, I'm sorry. This is the item set the Walmart that uses in analysis. That these are the things that someone would buy. There's a data set that given that which person buy how many things, and then there's occurrence and frequency that what can be bought together. So this is how they gather the data. Now this is cluster analytics. I think so we might have seen this recently, because this is in this ongoing pandemic, right? This cluster analysis was used in many countries, and especially for a few regions. That in this region the coronavirus is really going like high. There are many few cases in particular region. So clustering is particularly used in this pandemics and many more things where data can be really used and to explain very easily. So this is cluster analytics. And yes, this is what we learned, that the difference between all this four, then the characteristics for good decision making, data mining in depth, and market basket and cluster analytics. Thank you.